Good day. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Minecraft Play. Reposition my window here a little bit and adjust my sound. So, when last we met, what the heck, some weirdness with the window and mouse capture. When last we met, I had been building a monster spawner slash grinder in the sky. And what I did in between the recording of the last episode and this one was I completed the staircase and basically laid down the base platform. And that is essentially it. Now, I just remembered where I left off was that I was going to bring some of the infrastructure needed to build this out. Obviously I was carrying a lot of it, but one thing that's needed in order to collect loot, anyway, is hoppers and to feed into chests. So this isn't something that we've seen in my game here. A hopper, as you can see here, is a chest basically with a funnel iron shape, and what they do is they collect things and that are dropped from monsters or whatever, just dropped by anything, and feeds them out to the other side of the hopper. So in this case, what I will be doing is connecting that to a chest. So I had chests available to build out the hoppers that I wanted, and then two more to contain things being dropped by the monsters. And I see the sun is already going down. I'll just maybe I'll run up the stairs to save some time. So the building of basically the idea of this monster grinder, if you want to call it that, is to have monsters spawn in a big sort of a chamber in the above here, a big square-ish chamber up above here, and then push them with water down towards a central hole, and they will drop down a shaft, a 2x2 shaft that is 22 spaces deep, which mostly kills most monsters. I think there are exceptions. There are tougher ones, Endermen, for example, and others, but we'll be building it short so that Endermen won't spawn, and witches, I think, is the other one that are a little tougher, but in this case we're not going to be too concerned with witches. They'll take a few more hits to kill, I think, if we end up getting them. So first of all, we'll lay down that chest, and then I'll start connecting the hoppers. Now I'm trying to remember how this works. I think you have to hold down the shift key. Of course I can't see. Is that connected? And I'm tilting my head as though that's going to allow me to see underneath. I'm pretty sure that's connected there. You can see just that little bit of hopper leading into the... Well, I guess I can test that, can't I? Right, so I tossed a cobbled deep slate and into the hopper, and it popped into the chest. So basically you hold down the left shift key as though you're creeping, and it will attach to whatever. In this case I've attached the hoppers to each other, and it's raining again. So I'll test that real quick. Throw something into that hopper, and looks like we're good. Okay, great, and now it's night. And I don't think I'm gonna build this in the dark and in the rain, so down we go. I guess I could leap. I did that a couple of times when I was building the staircase. I leapt off into the ocean. The game is kind of funny. if you fall into the ocean from a great height, you go quite far underwater, and I think I ended up hitting the bottom of the seabed over where I jumped. Oh, a spider. I think I will just ignore that and go straight into my house. So sleeping should actually cause the rain to end as well, if I'm not mistaken. The spider will probably still be hanging out nearby. I guess so. Can always use a little more string, aka spider webs. I guess because they're such large spiders, they produce string. Alright, here we go, back up the stairs. Who doesn't love running up and down these giant staircases into the sky? To heck with physics, that's what I say. Now, the construction of this is going to be a little bit tricky. Oh wait a minute, there's going to lay down some slabs here on top of the hoppers, which I don't believe stops them from working. We'll check that here as well. No. Totally does not. Okay, that actually addresses a flaw that I've had in this in the past, and that monsters often sort of, well, creepers in particular, if they see you, then they will explode. And by having it, oh geez, I almost leapt into the ocean. That's interesting. I wonder why. There are those great swaths of sea that don't have any seaweed growing in them. Almost looks like a checkerboard. Unless I just ran up here before that part of the information could populate, but that's weird. I can see the sea bottom there. Anyway, so I want to build this I guess vertical chute 22 blocks high. Oops, not there, darn it. Now hopefully I'm going to count this correctly. So let's see here, this is 1, so this is 2 I think. This is going to be, if I get this wrong, which I might, it's going to be quite difficult to adjust in the future. So that's 2. What I'll do is go 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I can hopefully build all of these. Well, maybe not. Ah, darn. I guess 2 at a time. I guess I can do 3 if I go around in a circle like that, or a square like that. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8. You know, I didn't bring any water buckets or anything up here, did I? Eleven, 12, 13, 14. I guess I could, I don't actually need to make the corners, do I? Oh well. Oh well, I'll expend an extra 44 blocks of that's an interesting perspective on the village there. Is that another pumpkin patch? Probably. I think so. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Oh gosh, 14, 15, 16, 17. Suppose if I had left out the corners, I would have had a convenient place to put some ladder blocks, or ladders rather. Okay, so that's 22. Now I think that is the height at which I want to build the floor of the big spawning area. Now I didn't do any calculations on how much cobble this is going to take. So we'll just sort of build this out here. We want this to run, I believe it's eight blocks that a water source block will run. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we'll be putting the source blocks down right there. Now we're going to put channels that are two. Yeah, we don't want the monsters to be able to jump out, so the channels will be 2 blocks deep. And guess what I might do to prevent myself from plummeting by accident. I guess it doesn't matter that the one's that the one is lower. Let me just check this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. Oh wait, that's 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so if I'm not mistaken, I want this to be. I guess I should probably test this sooner than later. Just to make sure I'm not messing this up. Okay, here we go. A big high dive. Yee. Makes me queasy just thinking about it, to be honest. It's a funny thing. I think I talked about this. How plummeting from such a height is a little bit disconcerting, even though it's you know, intellectually you know that you're not falling anywhere. So no, I do not have any water buckets. All right, here we go. Sploosh. Right down to the bottom. Oh, there is weed and stuff down here. Just no. I guess I better hurry up and get to the top before I start drowning. All right, so in the interests of making sure that I'm not making any big mistakes that are going to be hard to recover from later, hard to correct later. I'm going to get some water buckets here. Now, did I lose all my water buckets from before? No, that's good. Now the only thing I guess what I should do is build an infinite source up there, and then I can destroy it later. Holy, nighttime already. Time flies when you're having fun. Now, the other thing I need to do here is make myself a way up and down. So we'll do that inside the shaft of the thing here, so that I don't have to keep monkeying around with that too much. Yikes. Not quite what I was trying to do there. Okay. Oh my gosh, I keep almost killing myself. That's a good way to go. Okay, now where are these torches that I planted all over the place? There, and there. And it's dark again. Well, try not to plummet to your doom. That would be the thing. Guess maybe I will, oh, is that an ocean monument? Must be. Those things are just literally everywhere. I'll have to remember to go check that out. Just make sure it's a monument and not something else that I'm not familiar with. Alright, so if I guess I better make myself, what do you call it? Water source blocks, I think is the term I'm looking for. Let me do that where? Right up here, I guess. Build myself a little bit of floor. I need So this is just going to be temporary to give myself a source of water up here so I don't have to go up and down. Minecraft physics at its finest right there. Okay, so if I plant water there and water there, it should push things right to the edge there. Right on, so that's 8 blocks. So that's good. Alright, now, do I want to build in the dark? Maybe. Maybe. Hopefully we won't get anything spawning out here. So that is the... Hopefully I'm far enough up in the sky here that nothing will spawn down below there. That was kind of the idea of coming up to this height. And I don't see anything moving around down there. Seriously? A spider spawned up here? I guess that's the part. That's the part that's not great. Maybe I'll light up the area. That should stop spawning. Where the heck? I wonder where that thing spawned. I don't see it. It's got to be nearby, though. Oh, down on the platform. Ah. Okay, remind me not to go down there. I should have lit that up. Okay, anywho. So what I think I will do is build out each of those 4 branches, assuming I should have enough for that. So this is 1, but I need 8 more since the wall needs. Okay, so anyway, 1, So it'll become a little clearer when I build the rest of the structure here. But each of these channels is too deep to prevent monsters from basically just hopping out. The water which will be in each of them will push them down towards this shaft, which will be open, and the ladders will be all removed. And so the monsters will then plummet the 22 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's actually a little quicker to do it that way, I guess. And then hopefully I got that right. Should I double check? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. I am going to need more cobbled deep slate before too long. But hopefully I can get each of these 4 arms built out before I run out. I think I can. And maybe even some of the platform that becomes the spawning area. Alrighty, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8? Is that 8? What happened there? I had a weird delay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, that should do it. Oh, what am I doing? Oh my god. I'm on the wrong side. Time flies when you're building. The only problem I have right now is that there's my platform down there has got monsters on it, so that is suboptimal. Now, what I want to do is build out the floors to fill in all of the space here around each of these things right out to the end of each of these arms. So, like so. And here comes the sun. And I guess what I want to be a little careful of is that I'm not building out too far. I wasn't actually counting just there. Okay, almost. So in order to minimize the amount of cobblestone that I need to haul up and down, I'm not going to build the last row of the walls. We'll just start it here, and I'll do the second. I'll do the second layer of bricks once I have filled in everything. So let's see here. Let me think about this. It's an 8 by 8 area in each of those arms, so that's 64. Although some of the 8 is already consumed. But anyway, just for round numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6, 7, 8 plus 16 is another 64. 8, 9. The roof 9. Probably 10 full stacks of cobbled deep slate are needed in order to finish this build. that's my estimate here anyway. So let me carry on with this. So the height of this chamber that I'm building, this wide, or yeah, square, a large square flat empty chamber mostly, will be 2 blocks, and then I'll put a roof over the whole thing, and so that it's dark inside, which will allow for the spawning of the monsters. And then, you know, the player, myself, stands on the platform that I built down below, just a 23 blocks below, and waits for the monsters to drop down the shaft there, at which time they will be mostly dead. And you can just punch them once, basically, and for most of them anyway, and they should perish and drop whatever loot they're carrying, which won't be much. But so there's 2 things. I mean, there's the loot aspect of it, which for the monsters is not that big a draw, honestly, except maybe for arrows, I guess. It's probably a bit of gold as well, and iron. But the biggest thing is the experience, because when you are wanting to enchant a bunch of things, you need a lot of experience for that. I can't count and talk at the same time. So we'll see how much I can finish building here before I have to run away and go get some more materials. I actually might need to dig out more cobblestone, in which case I probably will not do that on camera. In fact, I see we're approaching half an hour here now, so once I'm out of cobble, probably I will call that a day. What I'll do in between filming episodes is go make sure I've mined out enough cobble to finish this build. Yeah, I'm on my last stack of cobbled deep slate here. So what I'm gonna do now is just maybe work on this last quadrant of it. I think based on, well, I guess there are some horses down there. Maybe I'm not quite far enough up to prevent all monster generation. Anyway, hopefully the majority of it can't happen due to the height here. 42, is that going to be enough to fill in this floor? Maybe, maybe not. Well, it is. Alrighty, so first rank of wall here. Did I say 10? Of course that wasn't accounting for what I've already built. I need 4 full stacks for the ceiling, plus some. So 5 for the ceiling. And probably, let's see, what's the perimeter here? 16-ish. 2 full stacks for the wall, which I didn't complete there. And guess I can, before I wrap this up, I can place the water. Of course the ladders interfere there, but that's no problem. Then I can be done with my water buckets for now. Just thinking about how long it's been since I built this kind of thing. Quite a while. I sort of got into a phase where I was playing with, cheats enabled, so that I could just basically give myself whatever equipment I wanted, and the reason I was doing that was essentially to enable world exploration without having to worry about, mining for forever and ever to collect resources and make equipment and stuff. So that's why, and that was fun for a while. Did a whole bunch of exploring and learning about how things work during that phase of my playing, and I may do more of that. I mean, it's kind of interesting. Okay, let's see here. I picked up a small number of blocks there just now. Might as well use those up before I go down. Down, down, down. Oh, that was good. I didn't think I had enough. I think I had enough steam there to clear. Now, the only thing I'm worried about is if there's monsters on that platform. Oh, which there are, of course. Ugh, crap, what a pain. I guess I leap. Good thing I had a look. I guess I leap. Let's do it. Ooh, stomach churning, intensity. Didn't hit a squid. Good news. I'm not sure what would happen if you hit a squid. Maybe nothing. I don't know. Maybe something. That would kind of stink. Killed by hitting a squid upon falling from a tremendous height. Here's my lovely staircase from the underside. Isn't it lovely? Just lovely. That's a good word, lovely. I see the copper has fully oxidized all around the chimney. It gives it a nice look there, the green oxidized copper. And I will have a look and see how much cobblestone I actually have, which is a heck of a lot less than 10 of either kind. So I'm going to have to go do some digging for cobbled deep slate. So, yep, that is required in order to complete this build. Cobble of one kind or another. I'm going to keep it the cobbled deep slate, even though it's going to take a little bit longer to dig out, just for the look of it, basically. Alright, well, I think I am going to call that an episode, so thanks so much for watching. I do hope you got some enjoyment and are interested in learning about building a monster spawner / grinder. Obviously it's taking some time to do, but you need a lot of materials, and planning it out fairly carefully in order for it to work properly is important. In any case, thank you very much. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you next time.